Previously on that Cthulhu Jawn.
Hello?
Says, hi, Heather. I finally did it. I asked a guy out.
Oh, that's so great, Millie. Okay, good luck on your date.
It's the dive bar known as the Fireside Tavern. At the bar, his name is Lenny, and he comes and sits down with another regular, a friend of his, by the name of Tommy Slick. Both are connected, but you guys have been friends for a while, you and Tommy Slick. Tommy reaches down, he gets up, says bye.
I'm expecting a +1. I was hoping to have a table for 2 tonight.
You go over to the payphone. There is no answer. You don't see Millie around anywhere. And it doesn't look like she's showing up. Hello, Ventucci. What was it that you wanted to know about Jukanovic?
I'm actually doing some research for a customer of mine.
Well, Jukanovic is kind of a hot commodity right now, actually. Get home and you click on the answering machine. No messages. You're expecting maybe to hear from Aunt Millie or something about her date. Lenny, nice to get in touch with you. There was a little bit of a problem with the job that I sent Tommy on. His family got him committed. I don't want to talk about that over the phone. You have Millie's address. You're going to visit her in the morning. In the kitchen, to your horror, you see blood splatter across the floor and table.
Welcome to that Cthulhu Jawn.
Hello, and thanks for joining us for That Cthulhu Jawn, Episode 2. We are a real play called Cthulhu Podcast. I am George, your keeper of arcane lore. And with me are my friends and investigators, Chad.
Hey, how's everybody doing?
Chuck.
Hello.
And Jenny.
Hi.
All right, so last time we left off, Chad, your character, Walter Pendergrast, had just walked into the house of a woman that he was supposed to go on a date with and was seemingly stood up by. But he got a little concerned about her not answering her phone and everything, so he went to go investigate her house.
Creeping.
The front door was open, so he decided to let himself in. Called out her name throughout the house. Millie, are you here? Millie, but got no answer. You investigated further into the house and came to the kitchen where you found a lot of blood splatter across the table and floor. So given that, why don't you give me a sanity roll?
Terrible business. Exactly the opposite of what I was hoping to find. Whew, cutting it close. 72 will just do it. He's
okay.
Very on edge. He probably starts sweating bullets immediately. Freezes in place.
I would imagine. You know, it's still a bit of a shock, even if he hasn't, lost any sanity. What's his reaction to this?
I would say he probably starts to back up slowly at first and immediately leaves the house and knocks on the neighbor's door.
Okay. This is the neighbor that you had talked to previous to actually going into the house.
Yes.
Okay. She comes back to the door again after you knock. She looks like she has taken out a couple of the curlers from her hair, but still wearing the same baby blue bathrobe.
Oh, man. I would imagine the freshly formed sweat freezes in this frigid weather as soon as he gets back outside, starts waiting for her to come to the door. Oh, man. It's probably super uncomfortable. And he's probably, still knocking on the door by the time she's, getting to it to open it.
So you're, frantically knocking on the door.
Come on.
And she answers and goes, yeah, what do you want?
Something's wrong. There's blood in the kitchen and Millie's nowhere in the house. Please call the police.
Yeah, okay, I'm going to go ahead and do that. You said Millie's not anywhere to be found?
I called for her, and when I saw the blood, I ran back out to knock on your door. I'm pretty worried.
Well, that makes perfect sense. So I will go and call the cops. Why don't you stick around, though?
Of course, of course.
Let's go from where Walter is to Heather Snakehole. You still haven't heard from your Aunt Millie, even though you called her the previous night. It was late when you eventually got home to call her, but still no answer. You think she would have maybe got woken up in the middle of the night and answered the phone. You let it ring long enough. So do you give her a call this morning?
Yeah, I call her as soon as I get up.
Around what time do you think you get up?
I think I got up earlier just to call her because I started getting worried. So 11.
That's pretty early for Miss Snakehole.
Yeah.
It's like 3 hours better than usual.
Yeah.
All right, so you call over to your aunt's house, and you hear a male voice pick up the phone. It says, "Yes, hello."
I say, I think I dialed the wrong number. I'm looking for my Aunt Millie.
Mildred Thiebley.
Yes. Who is this?
This is Officer O'Hannery. I'm with the Philadelphia Police Department. Who am I speaking to?
This is Heather. Heather Snakehole.
Heather, are you a friend?
Made up name.
Every time it's going to sound hilarious.
Didn't help that I said it like James Bond.
Heather Snakehole.
Legitimizes it.
So Officer O'Hannery says to you, okay, Heather, are you a friend of Mildred's?
She's my godmother.
Oh, I see. So you're family, or at least basically family. So I feel comfortable telling you this. We can't find your aunt anywhere within the house. It looks like there's been signs of a struggle, and some bloodshed has occurred. We don't know if it's your aunt's blood or not, but there's definitely something has gone awry at your aunt's house. How does Heather react to that?
She says, what do you mean you can't find her? I know she went out last night.
They say, oh, she went out last night. Well, do you know around what time she left?
I'm not sure. I know she had a date.
Do you know who she had a date with?
A guy named Walter. He owns a bookstore. Or he works at a bookstore or something.
A guy that works at a bookstore. And then you hear the phone go down. You hear in the background, hey, isn't that guy who was here earlier? What was it? Wasn't he didn't he work at a bookstore? Miss Snakehole?
Yes.
Is there any way you could come meet us at your aunt's house today?
Yeah, I'll call a cab. I'll get right there.
Yeah, we'll wait here for you. And the cop puts the phone down, turns around, and turns to you, Walter, and says, well, Mr. Pendergrast, did you have any sort of relation with the owner of this house, Mildred Thiebley?
Well, sure. I've known Millie for years. She comes into the bookstore all the time.
I see. And did you have a meeting with her of some sort the night before?
He sighs. We were supposed to go on a date, and I got stood up, which I guess he kind of shrugs, and he's like, yeah, maybe that's not the most unusual, but I still never heard from her at least. And
Poor Walter.
Poor guy.
I was just worried, you see, so I came over to check on her because I still hadn't heard from her the day after, and nothing last night, and it just seemed unusual.
I see. And you were the one who found the blood in the kitchen?
Yes. The door was unlocked, and I came in and shouted for her and was gonna check the whole house, but once I saw the blood and all the books strewn about, it seemed like something had gone wrong, obviously. There were some kind of troubles afoot.
Says, Mr. Pendergast, would you mind just staying here and waiting for some more questioning? We have a detective coming to the scene.
Of course, I'd be happy to cooperate however I can.
Excellent. Good. Glad to hear that. Heather's on the way over. So it is now, I'm going to say it takes you about an hour to get there, Heather. The cops keep taping off the house while you're there, Walter.
Okay.
And they have it, taped off as an official crime scene at this point. They're taking pictures, things like that. And right around the same time that Heather arrives, Heather, you see a car pull up and a man in a brown suit gets out. It's a brown pinstripe suit.
Okay.
Gets out of the car. And he takes off a pair of yellow tinted sunglasses. And he starts to make his way into your aunt's house, pushing past the rest of the cops. What does Heather do when she arrives to the house and sees all the cops out front?
Runs in. Can she run in? Like, can she get by the cops? And
I would say she goes to run in, and the cops stop her, and they go, "Whoa! This is a crime scene. Do you have anything to do with this?" Sorry, not that.
Is there anything you want to admit?
I did it! I want to see the blood.
Where were you this morning and last night?
I was killing my aunt.
Sorry, she might have Tourette's. We're looking at it.
Fuck! Shit ass bitch! I murdered her! God damn it!
Show me the blood!
That's sweet blood. So the cop does stop you and says, I'm sorry, this is a crime scene, ma'am. Are you, do you know who lives here?
It's my godmother, but she's like family. She's my aunt.
Oh, this is your aunt's house. Hold on a second. And he turns and says out loud to the man in the brown suit that walked up, Detective Thompson. He turns around, takes his yellow sunglasses off, and says, yeah, what's happening over there? Says, this woman over here says that she's related to the owner of this house. Detective Thompson then looks at the cop and gives the signal to let you in. You come up to the house, and Detective Thompson's waiting right there in the doorway and says, so you know the owner of this house?
Yes, she's my aunt. I've been trying to get a hold of her for 2 days.
So it's been 2 days since you've heard from your aunt last?
Yes.
I see. And you said that she went out with an owner of a bookshop? I think if I got the notes right from the other cops here?
Yeah, some guy named Walter.
Some guy named Walter. All right. And he goes inside, and Walter, you see a young lady standing in the doorway there talking to a guy in a brown suit. He turns to the lady and says, 1 minute, ma'am, if you could just wait here. And he goes over to you, Walter.
Okay.
And he says, you must be Mr. Pendergast?
That's correct.
So, Mr. Pendergast, you were supposed to go on a date last night with Millie, were you not?
I was. On Friday, she had come into the bookstore and asked me if I was free Saturday night. And I was delighted to meet her. But that never happened.
Was that the last time you saw her?
It was. He thinks back, it must have been about just after lunchtime, maybe 1 o'clock at the most.
I see. Well, Mr. Pendergast, I'm going to be frank with you. It doesn't look good that you were probably the last person to speak with her in person.
Well, I have nothing to hide, and I'll be happy to cooperate in any way I can. Millie's a friend and has been a longtime lover of books, just like myself. We've had many a conversation on the subject, and I hope that we continue to do so in the future.
He says to you, well, okay, let me take down your information and just do me a favor and try not to leave Philadelphia for about a week at least.
Well, I have no plans for anything like that. I can usually be found at my home or Joe Clock's on Chestnut Street.
Good, glad to hear that. So he takes down your information and you're free to go home.
Okay. I say, please, if there's any other ways that I can help, of course, just give me a call at either my home number or the store anytime.
And Detective Thompson says to you, yeah, we'll be in touch.
Of course. And he nods and zips up his jacket, puts his gloves on, ties his scarf a little tighter, and goes to warm up the Pinto.
And you walk past a young lady who's just now entered the doorway. And what is your Heather, you see the small mousy guy walk past you. You've overheard that this guy's name is Walter.
Mm-hmm.
He nods to you and says, ma'am.
What's your reaction?
Probably to freak out. Be like, where's my fucking aunt? It's this guy. This is the guy she went on a date with.
So Heather's kind of convinced, it sounds, that this is the guy that is responsible for her aunt missing.
Yeah.
Whoa, wait a minute. He raises his hands. He says, I never even got to meet up with her that night. I'm just as worried. Well, I mean, I'm not family, but I'm certainly worried about Millie as well. He says, I had no part in this, I assure you.
How did you find the blood then?
Well, as I told the officers here, the front door was open and I was worried.
So you just walk in?
Well, I opened the door and called for her and no one answered, and look at this place, it's a mess. He gestures into the books strewn about. Wouldn't you be worried?
Yeah, I'm worried about you and figuring out where my aunt is.
One of the cops comes in and stands between you guys and goes, whoa, okay. Guys, getting a little heated here. Mr. Pendergast, you're free to go. He says, Miss Snakehole, it looks like that the house has been ransacked. Did your aunt have any valuables or anything that you know of that maybe someone would be after?
I don't know. I mean, she probably has some costume jewelry and she loves books. Something about a statue that looks like an old man who ate his own face or something.
Walter cuts in. He says, that's correct, officer. She actually asked me to do a little research on the same statue.
Interesting. So he starts writing this down, and he says, well, Detective Thompson, there's something about a statue. And Thompson turns around and holds up his finger and kind of gives a wave with his hand. And the cop looks back at you two guys and goes, okay, well, I think it's time for you guys maybe to leave the scene here.
He says, of course. And he rummages inside his, he unzips his jacket and rummages inside his inside pocket and produces a business card. And he says, Heather, was it? And he says, please, feel free to contact me about anything with your aunt. I hope we find her soon. He gives you a business card that says antiquarian and restoration services.
I probably snatch it out of your hand really shittily.
So you guys go home, I'm going to say afterwards, unless you had any other things you wanted to get done.
Nah.
Heather, before you leave, the police officers get all of your information down too.
Okay.
And what do you guys do for the rest of the day here? Just go home?
Yeah, I probably go for a run when I get home because I'm stressed out, and then
for a run.
I don't know, watch 12 episodes of Night Court in a row.
Nice.
Night Court marathon. And Walter, do you head on back home as well?
Probably that is his initial thought, but I think along the way, he's probably a little bit more concerned with everything that's going on. I would say this might have strengthened his resolve a bit. But it is a Sunday, so I don't know how much kind of record searching he can do. I might go back to the library and try to dig a little deeper into this artist.
It's a Sunday, so the libraries are not open.
Oh, darn it. Yeah, I guess he would know that too, actually. That stinks. Well, maybe then there were some other books at the bookshop. You might have to go back to there. Look through some other stuff there. Wait.
Okay, I'll give you that you can head back to the bookshop, and I'll let you do one more library use roll at the bookshop to see if you have anything for Jakanovich.
Okay. Also, any records too, because the other thought was to look up Charles Thiebley. I wonder, would we have any kind of like, I don't know, records of notable auctions that might have happened in the past or anything? That might kind of lead me to Charles Thiebley and when this statue was acquired.
At the bookshop?
Well, I mean,
Auction catalog or
yeah,
something?
maybe that's too specific.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess maybe auction records are kind of too specific for the bookstore. No good. Yeah, I don't know. He's probably just going over some of the other things to see if he missed anything the first time, but not really finding much of anything.
All
useful.
right. You can spend the rest of the afternoon looking if you want to push the roll.
Yeah, I mean, that would probably be his first thought. I mean, you know, he's an intellectual guy, and I think he would probably turn to books first for answers, since the police have already been notified. And, you know, what else is going to do?
Right.
So he starts, you know, like bookmarking certain things that might be relevant along the way. It's probably not, but, you know, just in case he has to backtrack. He's done this a million times, I'm sure. Ooh, an 11 on the other hand.
Yeah.
That is much better.
All right. So what you find out about Mikhail Jakanovich is that he is you already know that he is a Russian artist. His works are from the early 20th century. It is known that he was, in the year 1940, the last record of him existing was an arrest for political dissent in Russia. He was then put into the Gulag system and was basically never heard from again
Sounds
after
about right.
that.
And when was this?
1940 is the last record of him existing.
Okay. Interesting. So, does it say like what age he was at that point? Just to get a reference for how long he had been producing art?
Let me break out the old calculator because I haven't really figured that one out yet. Yeah. Okay. So he was about 40 when he went into the during his last known work.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not really sure what else I could reference from that, but at least that's something to go by. I know his full name and where he was from. Perhaps later on I can pinpoint some more specifics. How long did it take me to find all that stuff? It was kind of like a pushed roll, I guess.
Yeah, it was a pushed roll, so I'm going to say that'll take you out to about 5 o'clock.
Okay. Sounds about sounds about right for his day. Probably needs some food at this point, getting tired.
So the rest of the day is spent with you looking through books. Heather, you don't have any work today. Are you spending your day doing anything in particular other than trying to just get your mind off of Aunt Millie, or are you trying to discover more about what might have happened to Aunt Millie?
I was thinking about going to the French restaurant to see if they saw her.
I see.
Yes.
Shave events. So, did she tell you that she told you were going there? Yeah, she did. That's right. So, you go to the Chez Vivez, and there is a hostess there this time. We're going to say this is around 2 in the afternoon or so. This is after you get home from your aunt's house and you've gone for a jog and everything and showered up. We're going to say it's about 2 in the afternoon and you go to Chez Vivez. There's a hostess there. The hostess says, yes, madame, can I help you with anything?
Hi, I'm really sorry to bother you. I know you guys are busy, but I'm looking to see if my aunt was here with a gentleman last night for a date.
Well, we don't keep track of... We don't have any, cameras or anything. Does your aunt have any particularly distinguishing features about her?
Not particularly. She's a shorter side, 5'4", a little frumpy in her 60s.
I see. Well, we do get a lot of customers that are of that description. I am afraid it would be very tough to narrow down exactly who it would be. Do you know if she made a reservation?
I think the guy she was meeting made a reservation. His last name is Prendergast. Walter?
Let's see. The book last night. And she looks through the book. And she sees, yes, here, Pendergast. It looks like he was never seated, however.
So what does that mean?
It looks like he may have put his name in, and it was scratched out. So it looks like he did not stay here for dinner.
Okay. Thanks for your help.
She says, yes, you're welcome. And I guess where do you head from there?
I think I go to their bar to have a drink.
So you head to the bar at Chez Vivez. There is a young guy behind the bar, maybe 20. He looks barely old enough to drink himself. He's wearing a purple vest, and he comes over and says, "Yeah, what can I get you?" By the way, the bar is pretty much empty right now. There's 3 other people sitting at it.
Okay. I just ask him for his cheapest glass of Pinot Grigio.
Okay. And he gives you kind of a look. Give me a credit rating roll.
The 2 with the
Are you
The
sure?
two
Sorry.
together.
Here?
The percentile dice. Yep.
33.
33. And what's your credit rating score?
Probably
It
not
is
33.
10.
Okay, so you failed. So the
Just like real life.
the bartender, just like real life, the bartender gives you kind of a weird look when you say the cheapest one. And he just kind of reaches under the bar, pulls out a large, one of those really big bottles of wine, like the 2-liter bottles.
Yeah.
And pours that into a glass and slides it over to you.
I take a sip and say yo, can I ask you a question real quick?
He says, yeah, sure. What can I help you with?
Did you happen to see an older woman on a date with she has dark hair, she's 5'3", nothing really discerning about her, but she's sweet voice. And she was with a guy who had I don't know, 5'6", older guy. His name is Walter, in here for a date last night.
He says, You know what? First, give me a luck roll.
Okay.
Roll those 2 dice again and compare that to your luck score.
47.
And what's your luck right now?
Sorry. Luck is in...
It's one of the ones you had to circle.
Okay, fuck. 45.
Did you remember to add to it?
And you rolled what?
47.
Wait, did you get your luck points from the end of the last campaign?
Oh, yeah, but I only got 1. So 46.
Oh, man.
Oh, you just missed it by 1.
Oh, that sucks dick.
I don't even understand this, and I know that's not great.
It happens.
So the bartender says to you, well, I wasn't here last night, so I can't really help you out.
All right, thanks for your help. And I probably, like,
All right.
leave a $1 bill as a tip.
Okay. Well, that's nice of you. You work in the industry.
It's the 80s, you know?
You know it's appreciated.
Oh, yeah, it was the 80s. Well, it was, like, crumbled up because she's poor.
Yeah. So you leave your dollar tip, and what do you head on home?
Yeah, I would say I head home from there. Have another glass of wine with
Okay.
old crusty bottom.
When you get home, your roommate is there. She's just waking up, actually.
Classic crusty bottom.
Typical.
This is your roommate Ginger Fredrickson.
Yes.
Your roommate is a
Right. Of course.
Ginger Crusty Bottoms Fredrickson. She's a singer and an actress, local in
Okay.
Philadelphia, kind of a starving artist type.
Allegedly.
Yeah, she sounds annoying.
She is black, but she is named after Ginger on Gilligan's Island because her mother was such a fan of the show.
Okay.
So you get home, and Ginger is there. She's just getting up, and she goes, hey, how's it going? We're like sliding glass doors. Every time, I'm up, you're asleep, and every time I'm just getting up, you're just getting in.
I've had a hectic day.
Oh, what's wrong, hon?
Well, my aunt's missing. Some dude went on a date with her that didn't go on a date with her. He found blood in her house. Now there's cops there. They didn't arrest this dude. He gives me his card. He's some nerd who owns a bookstore. So, there's that.
This sounds... Holy shit. Wow. Girl, if you need anything, just let me know, okay? Because this all sounds very fucked up right now.
Yeah, it's super fucked up.
A little bit.
All right. Well, if there's anything I can do, you just let me know. And she gets up and she grabs a Pop-Tart real quick.
Nice.
And she's like, I gotta go. I got auditions. But seriously, anything. You just let me know, okay? As she's saying, as
Leaving.
she's, leaning her head out the door. Yeah.
I'm not sure if they had frosting on them yet.
No.
They were just the standard dry top.
Yeah, just
Dry
the dry
top.
top.
It's the best. Put some butter on there.
Oh, that is real good, actually. So we're gonna fast forward now to the next day. It's Monday. Everyone has a kind of a lonely night. You're all
Bunch of losers.
kind of by yourselves. You're all a bunch of losers. You're all by yourselves. And Heather and Walter are both kind of stressed out that Millie is missing. But they managed to get to bed. Maybe a couple nightmares that night.
Walter doesn't even go home.
Oh, Walter doesn't go home. He just stays in his
Yeah,
study.
he just stays at the bookshop. There's a pile of books everywhere. The place is a mess.
Gotcha.
Not like the sales floor, but like the back study that he has is his own, and probably the basement wherever they keep whatever kind of overflow and older books. They're probably strewn about and stacked all over the place.
Gotcha. All right. So the next day, though, Lenny, you have to go to work early in the morning like you usually do.
Yeah, probably got up pretty early. I know the boss was coming in.
Boss is coming in. Good old Chucky M.
Yeah. I hope I wrote that down. I did.
The M, by the way, stands for Merlino.
Oh, right, of course.
And so Chucky is already there waiting for you at work by the time you get there. I mean, you've already stopped off at Wawa, gotten your coffee, that kind of thing. But by the time you get to work, it's about 6:30 in the morning, and Chucky's waiting there for you.
I was hoping to beat him. Don't look good. Man, you're quite early there.
The early bird gets the worm, my friend.
Yeah, I guess so. I heard that once or twice, I guess.
Speaking of worms, how about our friend Tommy Slick?
Yeah, what about him? You said something about him going batshit or something yesterday.
Oh, yes. Mr. Slick has been sent up to the funny farm by his family, his personal family, of course. So there's a problem with that. See, Tommy knows a lot of things, and we wouldn't want him, say, blabbing some of these particular things to any psychologist or psychiatrist or psychological type of person. Do you understand?
Of course, yeah. Continue. Yeah, I'm following so far. But perhaps clarify a little.
Well, here's the thing, there, Lenny, my dear Lenny. Your friend Thomas needs to be dealt with. Now, we know that you two are very close, and we would like it that you could possibly get in to speak to him and maybe slip something in his drink.
Oh, geez. Sure. I mean,
Or you could possibly take him out for a quick ride in a car and put one between his ears. Listen, I don't know. I don't care how you do it, but Tommy needs to get dealt with.
I mean, if you can get my hands, get something in my hands that I could give to him, that might help. I'm not really an assassin. I'm not a cleaner. Rather, I'm a driver.
I know that. I know that, Lenny.
I usually move.
You gotta understand that there's not too many people that can get close to Tommy Slick. He's a very, paranoid individual.
He's always been kind of careful. I guess that was it.
And that's why we need you. We need someone that he will let his guard down around.
Well, oh geez, if I gotta, just get me something that'll work. I don't really know too much about these things. Wouldn't know who to ask.
He says to you, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna give you a little needle, an injectable that you just slip to Tommy real quick, and you get out of there. It'll just poison him. It'll be fairly untraceable, and no one should be the wiser as to how it happened. It'll just induce a heart attack, and with Tommy's past health record, heart attack isn't out of the question.
I suppose maybe if I can get him to get real excited, make a little ruckus, it would help to sell things a little bit. I mean, I don't want this coming back on me at all. I mean, me being the only person in there, I'll try to be a little careful about it.
He says, tell you what, you go through your whole day today making your deliveries, and when you come back, I will have an injectable ready for you to go.
All right.
And it's up to you when you can get up there to see Thomas.
Yeah, where they keeping him, by the way?
They're keeping him up at the Byberry mental facility.
That figures.
Up there in Byberry, there are visitors there, but it might be tough to get him out of the facility. So be as careful as you can. We would like to see this taken care of sooner rather than later.
Yeah, right. Every minute that passes, he could be blabbing.
Right. We don't know who he's talking to or what he's talking about.
He knows a lot about a lot
He
of
can't be
people.
trusted right now since he's gone completely batshit crazy.
Yeah, I'll go up and I guess I'll have a talk to him. Count on me, boss. Do what I gotta do, I guess.
You gotta. Well, I wouldn't say you gotta do it, but it would be in your best interest to do it.
Of course. So I gotta go kill my friend. That's I guess that's something. It's the job.
So, you can do that anytime within the next week, I guess. The longer you take to do that, though, you have a feeling that the angrier your boss will get.
Of course. Yeah, I mean, you don't usually take your time on these things. I suppose if any of my deliveries bring me northeast, I'll try to swing by today.
I see. Give me a luck roll. See if any of your deliveries are in the Northeast.
Oh, wait, no, he said he would give me the needle afterward, didn't he? I think he did. I'd have to go later.
Who gave you a luck?
I think he said he would give me the injectable after my
Yeah, after
delivery.
you get home.
Yeah, that's right.
Not after you get home. After you get done your deliveries for the day, it'll be ready for you.
So, would I know where I'm going tomorrow? I got like an itinerary of the week or anything? Or is it just move shit as they get it?
Sure, you got an itinerary for the week. But let's see where you're going. Give me a luck roll.
I can't. That is a 23 of my 36. We are good.
Okay. So tomorrow you happen to be heading up to the Northeast.
Well, look at that.
You could possibly make a stop through Byberry.
Might as well kill two birds with one needle, I guess.
So,
Besides, I'd rather do it on company time.
right.
Yeah.
So you get back that day from your deliveries. And there's a guy, Bobby, there. That's another truck driver in the union. Bobby comes over to you and goes, so Chucky told me to give this to you. And it's just a small box.
Yeah, all right. I'll just kind of nonchalantly grab it.
Right.
Pull it close.
And he nods at you. And he goes,
Shake his hand.
shake his hand. All right. So it looks like he's about ready to say something, but you kind of cut him off by shaking his hand. And he just kind of nods and walks away. Probably happier to not know what's in the box.
What's in the box?
In the box.
Yeah, I think we'd all be happier not to know, right?
Right. So today, we're going to say that your deliveries are done around 6 o'clock.
Long one.
Long fucking day. You work
Jeez.
long fucking hours.
Yep.
And you're
Alright.
pretty tired at the end of the day. You got your box.
I'll go home. Maybe wash the day off. And I think I'm gonna go out, spend a couple hours at the bar, and try to forget about things for a little bit.
Okay.
Starting off with a bang. We're all stressed out for different reasons now.
Yeah.
Yep. So you go home, and you get a call on the on your phone. Phone starts ringing.
I get to picking it up. Yeah. Who's there?
Don't you who's there, me, you fucking asshole. It's Skinny Joey.
Oh. Sorry. What's going on?
So Skinny Joey is Chucky's son.
Oh, Christ.
He kind of has a tendency to boss around people that he probably shouldn't be bossing around.
He's entitled.
Exactly.
What's his name? Skinny Joey?
Skinny Joey.
Is he a big guy?
He's not.
Oh.
Love opposite nicknames.
Yeah, me too. Tiny for big guys, that kind of shit.
What's up there, Stretch?
So, yeah, what can I do you for?
Goes, listen, I know you already know the deal about Tommy going Stugatz in the head, right?
Yeah, I heard. Most unfortunate.
All right, well, we had a delivery that's scheduled for Friday that he was supposed to take out, and we need a new delivery driver now. So how about you gets to doing the delivery on Friday?
This Friday? Yeah, sure, whatever, boss.
All right, the special delivery is going to be picked up from the warehouse down by the docks. You know which one. You know which warehouse, right?
Yeah.
Come on, you fucking idiot. You know which warehouse, right?
The one, the dogs, right. I'm sure, if not, I'll hear about it Friday.
All right. You just keep your head on tied on straight there, you little asshole. And he hangs up the phone.
Man, fuck that kid.
This fucking guy.
Oh man, now I gotta pick up this
This guy.
dude's work and shit. That sucks. I gotta kill him and do his job. Yeah, maybe I can just bust him out of there. Maybe not.
One day you're eating roast beef with a guy in a strip club. The next day you're just killing him like it's fucking nothing.
Sambuca's thicker than blood.
It's so
Viscous.
thick.
So a couple days go by. There's still well, we're gonna say the rest of that day goes by. Still no word from Millie. Still no word from the cops or anything either. However, on Tuesday morning, at the bookshop, you get some flyers that you're going through, and you come across one for the Ventucci Art Gallery.
Speaking of which, didn't I have a meeting with them? Tuesday afternoon, I'm supposed to go to the Ventucci, I'm sorry, Art Gallery, my bad. So I might have to clear some time in my schedule and make my way up to the main line.
I see. Okay. So clear some time out of your schedule. Go up to the main line. Around what time would you say you do that?
Well, he had an appointment for sometime afternoon, so I mean, probably try to get there around quarter afternoon.
All right. So you get to the Ventucci Art Gallery, and there is a young gentleman at the front desk. This place is actually pretty fucking fancy. It's all very white, straight line, modern looking. There are several kind of walls in the middle of a large open space that just have artworks on them. You can see above the walls, they're lined up in a section of 6 of them in the middle of a large room. And there's also artwork along the walls that border the room. There's also podiums with statues on
It's
them.
like
and
modern
such.
work, or do they have older stuff too?
Most of it is modern work that they have there on the walls. However, you do see a couple things that look a little bit older, but you're not exactly sure. It's not really your area of expertise. But there is a young man at the front desk as you walk in, and he's just hanging up a phone at the time. He says, "Yes, sir. Welcome to Ventucci Art Gallery. Can I help you?"
Yes, please. I hope so. And he reaches in for another one of his business cards and offers it to him. He says, I called ahead of time and spoke with someone about discussing some artwork by Mikhail Jakanovitz.
Says, "Oh yes, Jakanovich." He says to you, "Well, we can get our curator to come and perhaps have a word with you."
Thank you. That'd be great. And he continues looking around at some of the art while he waits.
And he picks up a phone, and he says into it, "Yes, Miss Bellagrosso. Miss Bellagrosso, there is a man here asking about Mikhail Jakanovich." And then you start hearing some yelling from the phone, but it's pretty unintelligible. Give me a listen roll. Let me know if you get a hard pass.
52 won't do it.
So you hear some unintelligible yelling from the phone. And he goes, yes, ma'am. Yes. But he called ahead of time. Yes, ma'am. Yes. Right away, ma'am. And he hangs up the phone and he says, let me take you to our curator's office.
She sounds angry. Is everything okay?
He goes, yeah, give me a psychology roll.
Well, he's only got 10 points in the psychology. I'll spend 1 luck point to pass.
Okay, so you pass. This guy seems very, very shook right now. You're not exactly sure why. You think it might have something to do with the curator, but he is pale with fear.
Should I see myself in? You seem a little nervous there.
Says, the boss can be a bit of a bear sometimes, but let me just, and he reaches over and opens the door and he leans in and he says, Mrs. Bellagrosso, this is, I'm sorry, I didn't get your name.
Oh,
and he looks down at the card. He goes, this is Walter Pendergast.
How do you do, ma'am?
The woman at the desk looks up. She is wearing very thick rimmed glasses. They are gold in color.
I like her already.
She is wearing a maroon pantsuit type outfit with gold embellishes on it.
She's got like the shoulder pads and everything.
Oh yeah, big ass shoulder pads.
Oh, man.
Looking like a linebacker and shit. And she looks up and goes, she says to you, yes, what can I help you with?
Well, I guess I'm asking for a client, but I had a request.
A client,
lately.
what do you work for? Who do you work for?
Well, I generally work at Joe Clark's bookstore, but I do a bit of antique restoration and things of that nature. And someone came to me with appraisal questions.
I see. Give me a credit rating roll.
The worst.
And I offer her business card.
Okay.
42 is not going to cut it.
She seems ill-inclined to talk to you right now. However, she does say, yes, what was it that you wanted to know about Jekanovich or whatever?
Well, the client who contacted me said she was in possession of a statue, and a rather unusual statue by her description, and I guess I'd hope to speak to someone who would better inform me as to its value. I understand he's pretty hot these days.
She says, well, if it is indeed a real Jekanovich, then we can be expecting it to bring in thousands of dollars, perhaps worth tens of thousands of dollars. It depends on what the work is. If you would like to get an idea of what kind of money a Jekanovich can bring in, you may come back to us this Friday. We have a Jekanovich coming in, actually.
Oh, I wonder, do you know about its specifics? What is it, a statue of an older man?
We don't know of the specifics about it. However, it is coming from a private collector.
Well, I suppose...
Coincidence?
I guess... I don't know. Just being diligent. I don't suppose you have any records of other pieces by his that have been sold recently, or have you sold any other Jekanovich artwork recently?
This will be our first experience having a Jekanovich actually in our gallery itself, and it is expected to go very quickly at our auction on Friday.
Well, congratulations. That's good news for both you and my client. What time did you say this auction is? I think I would like to attend.
She says, she kind of gives you an up and down look again, and goes, sir, I do not think that you would be of the ilk to be at one of our auctions.
Well, I don't think I'd be making any bids on the Jakanovich artwork itself, but...
Then what is the point of even coming?
As an antiquarian and restorer of fine and lost items.
You have to understand, sir, this is also, in addition to an art studio, this is also a business. We are here to have items bought, not to just have people look at them.
I see. Well, I suppose then when my client is ready to sell her piece, I'll have to take my business elsewhere.
She says to you, She takes a step back at that. Give me a persuade roll.
53. Oh, man, I hate to spend so many luck points.
So
you
didn't pass it.
I think I'm going to spend 8 points.
Okay, you're going to spend 8 luck points to make up the difference for your failed roll. And she says to you, well, perhaps we could come up with a situation where you can come to the auction regardless. Can I have your business card, sir?
Of course. And he probably still has it in his, outside pocket this time. She didn't take it when he offered it first. Then he goes to slip it to her again. He puts it down on the table, or she got a fancy desk or something.
Yeah, she has a very fancy desk.
Nice.
And she picks it up.
Slides it across to her.
She puts it in her breast pocket. And she says, yes, well, we'll see you Thursday around 3 o'clock is when the auction starts.
Excellent. I appreciate your generosity in this matter, and might I say, that's quite the snazzy suit you have there.
She looks down at her suit, looks up at you, and says, yes, thank you. Please, sir, if there's nothing else, would you mind leaving my office, please?
He nods. And good day.
All right. So you leave her office, and what is Mr. Lenny Cobb up to?
Is it Tuesday?
It's Tuesday.
Oh, shit. I suppose I would be working.
All right.
Going about my day until about when I'm up in the far northeast there at Byberry.
All right. We're going to say you're towards the northeast around 2 p.m.
On my way there, can I stop at like any kind of like drugstore or...
Sure. You can stop off at a CVS or Rite Aid or something. Or mom and pop drug shop.
Just want to get some string.
Okay. Pick yourself up some string.
And, some smokes. And maybe some gum. What does my buddy smoke? I don't know if they let him smoke in there, but I'll buy him some smokes too.
All right. So, your buddy smokes the Marlboros. So.
Classics. Grab some things, and then I continue on my way to Byberry Hospital.
Okay, so you get to Byberry Hospital. There is a guard shack out front when you pull up, and you kind of can lean down from your box truck to see the guard there. The guard says up to you, yes, what's your business here? Are you delivering something?
No, I'm actually here to visit somebody. This has just happened to be on my way, going about my day.
Oh, okay. Well, visitor's lot is to your left, and he directs you that way.
You want me to park this thing somewhere else, or just the usual lot?
He says it's okay if you take up more than one spot in the lot.
All right, very good.
So you go and park up your car. You head up to the main entrance of Byberry. As you're walking up to the main entrance, though, there are a couple people out there in like white gowns, out on the grassy grounds, just kind of walking around, shuffling, looking up at the sky.
Oh, just like wandering about the grounds.
Yeah.
I see. Neat.
You see a couple of other guys that are in white shirts and white pants, black ties, who are seem to be watching the patients who are shambling around right now.
I don't. Before I get out of the truck, I want to take that out of that box.
Take the needle out.
Yeah. Does it? I assume it's capped, right?
It is capped.
I'm gonna tie the string around it and then hang that around my neck, put that under my shirt, so that it's like hanging, kind of right between my pecs.
Right between the nippies.
Yeah.
All right, so you make a necklace out of it, basically.
And of course, I leave anything that they might confiscate that I might be carrying on me. Otherwise, except for that one. But I do bring this smokes for my buddy.
Okay. You get to the main entrance, and there is a nurse at the front desk. She's got one of those little square hat things going on. You know what I'm talking about. It's like a bonnet. What do you call those?
I don't know.
Like a Nurse Ratchet?
Like
like a Nurse Ratchet kind of.
Nurses.
Yeah, exactly. That
uniform
square
hat.
headpiece. And she looks up at you, Lenny, and she says, yes, may I help you?
Yeah, I'm here to visit an old friend of mine. Unfortunately, was checked in recently. There would be a Thomas Scapelli.
Ah, yes. She looks down the list in a book that she has in front of her. And she says, yes, if you're here to visit Mr. Scapelli, you're going to have to be escorted to his room.
That's fine. Is there some kind of problem?
She says, Mr. Scapelli has been known to have, during his short stay here, has been known to have violent outbursts.
Let's see. There's no chance that I could have any private words with, my good old pal.
The orderly who will take you to Mr. Scapelli's room will wait out front of the door if that's what you want.
That's fair.
Okay. So a guy, probably about late 20s, early 30s, comes over. He's wearing white shirt. He's got a black bow tie on, white slacks, black belt. Comes over and says, follow me this way, sir. And he walks you down a corridor to an elevator. You take the elevator up a few floors and get off. He takes you down a hallway. Down this hallway, you hear some of the most animalistic shrieks that you've ever heard from what you assume are human mouths.
Huh. Spooky.
Going down the hallway, you're hearing the shrieks of madmen, basically.
I look around for any emergency staircases or exits just to know where it's at.
There are fire escapes. You can see the map that shows you the fire evacuation route.
Mm-hmm.
And you can see that it leads you down stairs for the evacuation route. It says do not use elevators in event of fire.
They're too fun, it turns out. They don't want people to know that.
Way too fun.
So I just
Let's go back up and do it again.
Try to remember, where the emergency exits are, in case I need them.
Okay, so you make your way down the hallway, hearing obscene things being shouted out that you can't quite pick out exactly what's being said, but there's too many voices all at once.
I mean, I grew up in Philly. It's, I've seen some shit, and my job, I mean, I'll be here soon. Anyway, that's what I'm trying to say.
All right.
I'm used to this.
So he
stuff.
takes you to a room, and he says, "This is your friend's room. You said you wanted to go in by yourself. Are you sure about that?"
Yeah, it's fine. Thanks.
Okay. So he opens the door to the room, and he says, "I'll be standing right out here. Just give a shout if you need anything."
Yeah, you got it, bud.
So he closes the door behind you, and sitting in the corner, facing the corner, you see the outline of man in a white robe. You can tell just by the sheen on his hair and the no longer has a ponytail, but you can tell by the hair sheen that is Tommy Slick.
Yeah. Tommy Dishevel. I say, hey there, bud. Look who's doing great here.
He turns around and give me a psychology roll.
Ooh, that is a 9. It's a hard pass.
Okay, he has got a wild look in his eye. You're going to want to be on... You feel like you're going to want to be on alert when you're near him right now.
I mean, I kind of, yeah.
All right.
Definitely kind of approaching very cautiously. I don't go over to him exactly. Just try to speak to him first.
Yeah, he whips around and gives a wide-eyed stare. He goes, Lenny! Lenny, is that you?
Yeah, bud, what's going on?
Did the cold get you, Lenny?
I mean, it's pretty cold out there, but the heat kicks in the cab, so I'm all right.
The cold, it came alive.
What, the temperature? Like the
cold, the storm, the winter, it came alive and it came at me. It had claws, Lenny. It had claws. It had eyes.
Sure it did. Sure it did, Tommy. I'm sure it was quite frightening.
Lenny, you gotta believe me. And he grabs you by your shirt.
All right, tell me about it then. Tell me what happened.
He goes, I was there. It was me and little Nicky. And we went to this broad's house, and we were supposed to get a statue out of it. And we went in.
Oh no.
And well, we thought we took her out, but then the wind came through, and it just destroyed little Nicky. Little Nicky was a goner, man. Little Nicky was I don't know. I heard the screams when I was running away.
What do you mean, he's dead? You kidding me?
Well, I don't know what happened to him exactly. I was out of there before anything could happen to me. Like I said, the wind came alive. The wind came alive, Lenny. You gotta believe me.
Yeah.
You gotta believe me.
Of course I do. Of course. Tell me about this job. I mean, who was at this house? Whose house was this?
Some broad, some short old lady. I don't know. But she had this weird looking fucking statue, and that's what Chucky told me to grab was the statue. And little Nicky, he flies off the handle sometimes, and that broad just kind of fought back, and we didn't know what to do, so we unloaded on her.
Of course.
And
right.
And that's when we saw the eyes, we saw the claws, we felt the cold.
Christ,
we had to get out of there, Lenny.
I don't know what to say.
I had to get out of there.
I don't blame you for running. I hear you. I want to kind of try to take the thing out from under my shirt, the needle.
You can slide a hand roll.
Oh man. Let's get it. 30 will do it.
All right.
Nice.
So, was that a regular pass?
Regular pass, yeah. 20 is my heart.
All right, we're going to roll versus his spot hidden. And that's not going to pass. So, you managed to slip this whatever position you wanted in.
So I say, one more time, tell me about this cold that came alive. I mean, I don't get it. Like, what you're saying makes no sense. You're starting to sound crazy, and
That's what everyone's saying there, Lenny. Everyone's saying I'm crazy.
So,
but if you saw what I saw, maybe you wouldn't be in the right frame of mind too.
I want to try to get him amped up a bit, if I can.
All right.
Try to egg him on.
You're trying to egg him on. Give me either fast talk or intimidation.
Fast talk or intimidation? Or intimidate. Let's go with the fast talk. That's a 31. Nice. Getting a good roll.
All
That
right.
will pass.
All right, so you're trying to egg him on with some quick questions and quick responses to things that he's saying. And you can see you're getting under his skin. You're pushing his buttons a little bit. He's starting to get amped, and he grabs you again, and he goes, Lenny!
And I give
Lenny,
him,
you gotta listen to me!
and I give him a jab with that needle.
All right, you jab him with the needle. Where do you stick it?
Sorry, bud. I guess I had it low, so maybe somewhere lower in the abdomen, maybe in the leg or like groin or
Okay.
something. Oh,
All right.
right in the dick.
All right, give me. I'm gonna say this is a surprise attack then, because
Surprise.
you're sleight of hand and all that. So I'm gonna say you do get him. You get him right away. He didn't get his spot hidden.
Got him, need him, got him.
You inject him, and he goes ah, and he looks down in a second, and he looks you in the eye, and he goes,
I say, good.
Lenny.
Good.
He goes, Lenny.
Try to slip it in.
Lenny, and he starts grasping at his chest. Guard comes in.
He
He
kind of
goes, I told you get agitated.
take a step back. I say, yeah, he started acting real weird though. Look at him.
Yeah, and Lenny's grasping at his chest, and he goes, He gets up and runs to the door and shouts down the hallway, we need a medic in here right away.
Cap that thing and hide it when the dude's paying attention to him.
You see a bunch of staff start running down the hallway. What do you do?
I guess I gotta get out of here. Obviously, you don't need me anyway. I'll be calling.
He turns to you and says, yeah, sure, just if you can, send more help.
Yeah, right away. And I start to walk down the hallway.
All right, you walk down the hallway. Are you running or just
Casual stroll. Maybe
Casual
you
stroll.
know, not too fast at first. Maybe a little sniffle though. I'm a little sad
All
about it.
a little sad about it?
He was kind of an asshole anyway. The funniest.
Well, I don't know, man. You did just inject your buddy with a lethal cocktail of some sort.
Right in the dick.
How about a sanity roll on that one?
Man, all right.
You're gonna go
My
Jumanji.
awesome sanity of 30.
Oh man.
Ooh, 48 is not gonna do it. So what I will do
Okay.
is spend 18 luck points right now because
Wow.
I'm not losing sanity just yet.
Okay.
All right.
What does that mean?
What? Losing sanity?
Oh wait, can
Like, how do you lose it?
Whenever you come across something that's horrible, you have to do a sanity roll, basically. You want to roll below your current sanity score. And the more sanity you lose, the less control you have over your investigator, the more control that I get over them.
Okay.
can you spend
For a
luck?
short period of time.
Can you spend luck on sanity
Okay.
rolls?
Sorry.
Just to double check.
Can you what?
Can you spend luck on sanity rolls?
You can't push sanity rolls, but I believe you can spend luck on them.
Yeah, I thought there was something. All right. Well, that's cool. So that's half of my luck. But
Wow.
Yeah, we're
All right.
definitely starting off with a bang.
Yeah.
yeah, you know I ain't lucky, but you know I got pretty good at a thing or two.
All right. So, Lenny, you just killed off one of your best friends in the mob, Tommy Slick. And that's where we're going to end this episode.
Ouch.
Yeah.
All right, guys. So, ending on a kind of a sour note there, but
It's another good one. Luck
I'm
roll.
not dead
Let's
yet.
get more luck.
Do a luck roll. Get some of that back. Hope for a 10.
8's not bad.
Nice.
yeah,
There you go.
roll one of your 10-sided dice, Jenny, and add that to your luck score.
From another whopping 1.
Yeah.
9.
There you go. Add that to your
Nice.
luck
There you
score.
go.
I'll show you for real.
No, I get it. I believe you.
26. Above the
Nice.
quarter mark.
All right.
Yeah, I got
And that's going to be it for episode 2. We're going to sign off there. And remember, everyone, sanity is overrated. Hey, this is George. If you're enjoying what you're hearing, remember to like, subscribe, leave a comment. We are also a podcast that you can check out wherever you listen. We are on TikTok and Instagram at That Cthulhu Jawn. And you can email us with any questions or comments at thatcthulhujawn@gmail.com.